Hi Aaron, it's Caleb here, and today I need help with my, I need help with kind of like two tricks. Like, I can land one sometimes, it's kind of weird, just front shove. Like, I can land them sometimes, but they're not the best, so I kind of need help with those. And then I really need help with my backside 180s. I cannot do them for the life of me. So, as you can see, I'm skating, it's like snowing, and it's really cold. So, yeah, hopefully you can help me out. I can show you my alley and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot for sending in your video. I really appreciate it. And props to you for skating in your garage when it's freezing cold outside and it's snowing. So you get respect. That's dedication. So your ollie looks good. One thing that I could say is that you could learn to pop it a little higher and actually begin learning how to bone it out, like sticking your front foot out a little more just to like poke the ollie out. And I'll get into that more on your backside 180 and I'll tell you why. But yeah, your ollie did look good. Your frontside 180 looked good. Your pop shove it looked good. I really liked your tricks because you're doing them with speed and you're landing with speed. And on your frontside 180, you actually landed and rolled away fakie, which is good. Shows me that you got that first step, the riding basics, down. Now on your frontside shove-its, it looks like you could use a little bit of help. It looks like you're just shoving the board a little bit hard, causing it to go behind you. Front shove-its are a little bit tricky because you do shove it the board behind you a little bit, but the trick to a good frontside shove-it is to pop it straight up into the air, cause it to do the motion, but keep the board right underneath you the whole time. So just practice popping it with your back foot and you'll get that trick down. You're really close on the frontside shove-its. Obviously you can land them. So just doing a frontside shove-it every day will get you there, no problem. Good, so now getting into your backside 180s. The trick with backside 180s is really keeping your head and your shoulders turned before you begin to pop. And that's what I was really looking out for in your video. And it actually looks like you are doing that pretty well, which is why you're actually getting really close. I like that you fully committed on that one. The board actually did a full 180, you just didn't quite land on it. Your balance was a bit off. So yeah, I'm going to help you out with that.
So, again, please help me. I really want to move on to these bigger flip tricks. I mean, something that does help me, like how I can rotate it all the way most of the time, is like I used to scooter and I could backside 180 on that. So it was like kind of easier. So like I kind of got the rotation like that, so I could kind of like spin more. I just never, like I can land that sometimes, I cannot land that sometimes. Most of the time, if I do land it, I can't roll. Like I won't roll back. I don't know. It's just weird. So please, Aaron, just help me. I really want to learn the backside 180, and if you could help me with my front shoves too, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Great, so let's look at this frame by frame. As you pop up, your head and your shoulders begin to turn, and then you pop your tail, which is good. This is looking pretty good. But right here, it's very hard to tell from this angle, but it looks like your feet go further back, and your body's a little bit more forward or backwards since you're going backwards. But anyways, the board like gets ahead of you, so it's kind of hard to stay on top of it. That's kind of what I'm seeing from this angle, although it is pretty hard to see. So I'm going to cover the basics of the backside 180. Obviously, you first start out with a good ollie, and the higher you have your ollies, the better, because it just gives you more room to rotate in the air. Cool, so it's an ollie, slide your foot up, while simultaneously turning your head and shoulders backside, just like that. So this is the trick right here. Was developed in ancient Japan from a group of renegade ninjas, And I'm gonna need you to learn this trick right there. It's what we call cheating backside 180s. So pop up, land on your nose, and then pivot backside. This is gonna help you just get the motion of the ollie down and the motion of turning the backside 180. Obviously, you want to be able to do the trick fully in the air. But if you get this trick down here with the pivot, boom, you're going to get it fully in the air. Notice that as I go, my head and my shoulders, watch my right arm right here. I'm going to really swing it around before I even pop. And then I pop the board up while my head and my shoulders are still turning, and I'm going to poke my ollie down just a little bit. That's what I mean, like learning how to bone your ollie. It actually helps on this trick because it helps you get that height, but it also just helps getting that motion of your feet. So then my right foot goes around, but notice the board stays directly underneath me the whole time. You can't get your board like away from your center of balance at any point. Otherwise, you're going to slide out whichever way it's off balance. So make sure you keep it underneath your center of balance, and actually learning that little cheater trick will help. So if you learn how to cheat the backside 180s, how I showed you on that first part, then no matter on any backside 180 you do, you can always just rely on that front foot to land and then pivot it around, even if you do not get the full rotation. But getting that first kind of gets the motion of that like teeter-totter of your back and your front leg doing the rotation around. So yeah, I highly recommend learning that. It would be really good for you. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to backside 180s. It's kind of an odd trick. It's almost like you're riding and you throw your head and your shoulders, you pop an ollie into the air, and then after your ollie's in the air, then you turn your legs. If you're popped high enough and your head and your shoulders, your upper body's turned enough, then you can just turn your legs in the middle of the air, almost do like a backside 180. So yeah, if any of you guys are learning these basic tricks, you gotta just check out Skateboarding Made Simple. I hate to see somebody practicing a trick incorrectly for months on end and just having such a hard time with it. But Skateboarding Made Simple breaks it down super easily, so you can just follow it step by step by step and just master all of the tricks in the proper order. So yeah, check out Skateboarding Made Simple. You won't be disappointed.